Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Tuesday, March 11th, and the energies in the day adds up or reduced to number 5 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. The spirit guidance when it comes to today's energy is the spider energy, and the spider comes out in the reversal position. With the spider energy coming out in the reversal position is bringing me to a themed message that has been coming out pretty much all week. And with the spider energy, so my attention with this card always goes to the web because the web is so colorful. The web is bright, and with the web, it brings me to the thought of like weaving our webs. Weaving our webs brings me to the thought of that saying, you know, you made your bed, lay in it type of vibe. So it brings me to the thought of being present when it comes to the beds that we're making. And with the spider coming out in the reversal position, it brings me to us taking it brings me to the thought of like dotting your I's, cross your T's type of vibe. It brings me to not being so quick to jump ahead and skip steps. And jumping ahead and skipping steps, when I think of, say, today's energy, we have masculine energy all across the board. Us being in the 3rd month, the number 11 being on the 11th day. Because even though with the number 11, the number 2 could be present, we don't reduce we don't reduce master numbers. So we have the number 1 energy amplified, and then the energies in the day adds up and reduced to number 5 vibration. So with all those energies all across the board, the number 5 energy has to do with sudden and unexpected change. It's an action-oriented energy. But normally with the number 11 energy by itself, I always think of the number 11 energy as that. It's like a transformative energy, whether you step over there and there's rainbows and butterflies, or you step over there and you stepped on a bomb with it being a minefield. It's just powerful energy. It's powerful energy. And with the number 5 energy brings in turbulent energies that brings in change. And when I think of the 11 and the 5 together, it brings me to powerful clairaudient energy. The number 11 is a master. It's a master energy. It's an artistic genius energy. When I think of this being the 11th day and the energies adding up to the number 5 vibration and being on the 3rd month, it brings me to powerful ideas coming in on a day like today. And it brings me to luck and opportunity also. And when it comes to, say, this energy, it brings me to the thought of luck and opportunity coming in, though, in a way that seems sudden and unexpected. So it brings me to the thought of something happening, and this thing happened, and it feels like, oh my goodness, this was such a nightmare. But then you find out that the best thing that could have ever happened to you just happened from this thing that appeared to be such a nightmare, which was really happening, or, you know, happening for your greatest good. Whenever I see the number 5 energy, I think of the number 5 as like a portal. And it's a portal that opens up through chaotic energy, because it's that sudden and unexpected thing that happens in our world that is like a glitch within this matrix. And when I say matrix, I think of this repetitive energy that we feel kind of stuck in to a certain extent. And the number 5 is that sudden and unexpected energy that happens. And when I think of the number 11, I think of the number 11 as the momentum that creates that sudden and unexpected energy. And from the momentum creating that sudden and unexpected energy, sometimes something happens. It brings me back to, I think it was Sunday's message. And within Sunday's message, I was saying where the person goes to pick up their car. I was given an example of the energy by saying you go to pick up your car and your car is ready, but now something else is wrong. And it feels like, why me? Why the heck is this happening? And with Sunday's energy, some of us will want to do something for the sake of doing something to feel like we're making something better when we really just need to wait. And the thing that happened that feels like it's going against us is actually working out for us. It's protecting us in some way. And, you know, it might be hard to see, but over time you see that, okay, this flat happened because a tire was balding, and good that this happened because it brought my attention to the tire that I've been putting off that needs to be changed. Where when it comes to today's energy now, it will bring me to that situation happen, and, you know, maybe, you know, something happened with the car and the tire is messed up, but then you happen to get a free tire because this, that, and the next happened. It's like with the number 5 energy, it just brings me to sudden and unexpected changes that come through in moments when it feels like something is, the odds are against you, but it works out for you. And I feel like with the number 5 energy, the reason why it's seen as sudden and unexpected, because while we're looking that way, you know, this thing is happening over here and it felt like it caught us off guard. When it didn't catch us off guard, our attention was just focused on other things. When it comes to today's energy though, there is a feeling of desperation to a certain extent. And I tie that into the spider coming out in the reversal position. And it's like taking your time to weave the bed that you lay in. It's like taking the time that's necessary to put the work in that's required. It's like it brings me to wanting to skip steps when it comes to a thing. And it's like we could find ourselves skipping steps when it comes to a thing and then not get the most positive end of the outcome and feeling like, damn, woe is me. Why am I not as lucky? And it's like things are happening the way that they are to help you to lock in, because if you lock in, focus, and dedicate yourself to whatever it is that you're dealing with, the rewards are going to be out of this world. Where it's like if you skip steps and you keep getting rewarded for the crumbs that you put into a thing, or you keep getting rewarded for not the best behavior, that's not teaching you the right lessons. So when it comes to today's energy, like I said, with the spider coming out in the reversal position, it brings me to, you know, weaving your web wisely, putting the time into a thing that's required, and being able to lock in. What's coming to mind is a book called Mastery by Robert Greene. And in that book, Mastery, he talks about the amount of time that is required to put in a thing in order to become a master of it. And, you know, when it comes to everything, it takes time for us to become the best at a thing, for us to succeed when it comes to a thing. But unfortunately, in today's day, you know, it's like fast food media, everything coming at us so fast, and people's success stories appearing to be overnight. We only get to see, you know, their stories about how, you know, they achieve this big, you know, this huge wealth, this huge massive wealth and success. And it seems like it happened overnight when it took them a really long time, and we're just seeing the end of it, and we get distracted by that and then beat ourselves up and say, why isn't it happening for me? Why isn't the universe supporting me? And it's like, you didn't see all of their story. We only saw a little part of their story. We didn't see all of it. So it just brings me to the thought of how sometimes things don't go our way, and we might feel like it's an attack, when really it's trying to teach us to be patient. It's trying to teach us something about ourselves. Today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is ruled by Mars energy, and Mars is in Cancer and is squaring Mercury conjunct Venus in Aries. So yes, Mercury conjunct Venus, the mind is on the self with Mercury in Aries. In conjuncting Venus exactly at 8 degrees, Venus energy values the image, how I'm seen, my motivation, my ambition, and Mercury is there. So it's like the mind is on, yes, I value myself, my ambition, my motivation, but it's squaring Mars. Something about the actions aren't being supported. It's like, I value myself, I deserve more, but maybe not have the motivation to make certain things happen. It's like feeling like one's hands or feet are tied when it comes to certain things. Let's pause for a bit. I am proud of the services that I offer and excited to tell you about them. If it would be your first time booking with me, then I recommend the natal chart and numerology awareness coaching session. For a while, that was the only service I offered, along with the 30 minutes tarot reading, which is still available if you're interested. I noticed the pattern. At the end of the natal chart and numerology coaching sessions, some of you would ask me for a follow-up service options for additional clarity and guidance to assist you with whatever you're going through at the moment. I kept saying, I'll look into it. I don't know why it took me so long. Finally, I have created that option along with the service option to book a solar return chart reading for those of you who are strategic and like to plan ahead. Everything you need to know is within the description box below. Let's get back into the video. And we have the Judgment energy in the reversal position. And with the Judgment energy coming out in the reversal position, again, it will feel as if something is unfair. And I feel like with me learning how to trade, it's like earlier I was in a position and before it went my way, it started going against me. And I noticed this thought started coming into my head saying, why that when I choose to go in it, it's now doing this. And I had to stop myself, like, get out of here with this weak ass way of thinking. Like, I wasn't aggressive with myself, but I kindly just redirected my thoughts like, no, it's doing what it's doing because it's doing what it's doing. Why do I have to make it about me and make it mean something negative about me? Like, why can't it just be doing what it's doing? And in time, it went my way and it did what it did briefly. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I was in a position that I shouldn't have been in, then it would have been a lesson to remind me to follow the rules. And if it didn't, and if it went against me, it just is what it is. You know, there's always tomorrow. But it just brings me back to the importance of the stories we tell ourselves. And with the Judgment card in the reversal position, along with the Spider energy coming out in the reversal position, these energies will bring me to the thought of, it feels like something isn't going your way at the moment, and it's forcing you to become better when it comes to the steps that you're taking. It's helping you to become become better at the steps that you're taking. And, you know, yeah, with the Judgment energy, it might feel like this is unfair. Why? But when it's all said and done, you know, you'll see how it's working for you, but you have to already know that life is working for me regardless of however it might seem. When it comes to today's energy, you definitely want to challenge yourself, to pace yourself, to either write a checklist or to-do list with what needs to be done. Because with today's energy, big time escaping energy, and so escaping to the point that instead of doing what it is that needs to be done, we'll find ourselves focusing and doing everything else other than what we know we're supposed to do today. And today would remind me of the day where it's like you get up and you know this and that needs to get done, but for some reason drag your feet a lot when it comes to, you know, when it comes to doing whatever it is that needs to be done, to the point that it's put off till another day. And you're just busy with other things opposed to dealing with what needs to be done today. And I feel like it might be because of certain emotions where it feels like, damn, why isn't this going my way? Because the moon is in Leo, and the moon is in a place where we, you know, and also too with the moon being in Leo, I think of the moon in Leo being nurtured by self. And it's like, I deserve this, but why don't I have it? And the moon is being squared by Uranus and Taurus. So something about the sudden changes that are happening as life is lifing, it feels like it's not allowing me to be great. But I feel like, again, it's how we choose to see a thing in the stories that we choose to tell ourselves. We're in a 9 personal year, and the energies are pivoting as we're all evolving to next levels when it comes to certain things in our lives, or certain things are falling away and coming to an end. And it might appear that this isn't working out for you, and it's just not true. It's like, it's hard to really, it's like you don't have enough data, you know, seeing it from this view. It's when, you know, time has moved along and you're able to look back and you saw why everything worked out the way it did, why it played out the way it did. But also too, when it comes to today's energy, you know, I feel like today's energy is powerful manifesting energy, with it being the 11th and the energies adding up to the number 5 vibration and being in the 3rd month. And the way how we align ourselves with that by challenging ourselves to, you know, keep in mind the experiences that we want to have, and keep in mind the experiences that we want to have, but consume content and information that makes you laugh a lot, that lifts your spirit. And if there's anything that needs to be resolved before you do that, you know, pull your journal out, pull a recorder out, and vent and release whatever is in you. And then, you know, consume some comedy, something that lifts your spirit. Because like I said, today is one of those energies where it's like that glitch in the matrix. And I personally believe, based on whatever we're holding on to within, if there is a situation where there's a chaotic moment, you'll end up on the side that you want to be on based on the frequency that you are holding on to within. It was a pleasure sharing this message with you. Let me know you're here with me by dropping me a blue heart in the comment box below. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.